Hi, this is Wasteman. As you can see, got my posse here. We're playing a dungeon crawl version of Wasteman, which I started doing on Tabletop Simulator. Now I have a new camera. Woo, it's a new camera, you can actually see what's going on. I have new terrain. Let's turn that the other way up. This is awesome dark ops terrain. Yeah, let me just move that there. There you can see, right, there's a dice tray. I've got everything set up. Without further ado, I will show you my mad cards. I haven't even looked at these yet. So we've got Eldritch Madness, which means you can skip an activation this turn to activate an enemy figure as if it was your own. That's quite cool. That's quite good. I've got Bad Egg. Select a single figure, friend or foe. They now benefit from the hard-boiled special effect, which means I think ignore. Oh, immune to Bruiser and Ripper. Right, so that's not too bad if we're getting done with the Bruiser or Ripper. Right, next. There's some people's personal favourite, Alien Abduction. Brr, brr, brr. I love the artwork on these. Right, select a single figure, friend or foe, remove them from the game, placing a suitable marker in their place. At the start of the next turn, the figure returns in its normal place. Super Oil Slick. Select a single enemy figure. This figure may now only move actions at half their normal speed, rounded down. And then Galactic Bombardment, which is, I'll show you the artwork on that, it's pretty cool. Yeah, love it. Select a single figure. They are now the target of a power 10 attack with the Kaboom special rule, which means it's a an area effect, which could affect friend or foe, anyone in that area. Right, as you can see, this is turn one. As you can see, there's a vehicle here. There's the first vehicle I picked up from my closet of things. So what happens is this, we deploy outside the vehicle. Let me see, let's have this guy up the front. And at any time during the game, if things get a little bit hairy, we can run away and return to the vehicle and escape. It does mean the mission, or the first mission I'm going to play is, what's it called? Called Pest Control. It's basically zombies. And there's no failure for this one, so even if I run away at any time, I don't fail or anything like that. And it's just basically kill as much as I can and hopefully get some CPs after the mission, which I can spend on equipment and stuff like that. Right, so I'm deploying. We get out of the vehicle, we send the this guy Crumb at the front. I'm using the same posse as I was in my Tabletop Simulator games. Obviously not the same models because these are real. These are very cool. Can you see that? Right, if I do that, there we are. That is awesome. I love these models. There we go. So this is the leader, Moji. He has three actions. He's going to go up the front as well. So we've got the hand-to-hand guy and the 3-action guy at the front. The other three are pretty much the same. They've got Uzis, and they're going to get behind with their Uzis as to lay down fire and whatever. Anyway, as soon as we get out of the vehicle, we roll 2d10 on the encounter chart, which I have on my my tablet, iPad, whatever it's called. Okay, go! Right, that's a 9. A 9 is a stage 2 mob awoken. So that means 5 stage 2s appear by the vehicle. They're kind of like, what's going on? And they appear around the vehicle, which is where we are. So stage 2s. Right, just bear with me a second. Right, there we go. So I've got 5 stage 2 mobs here. Oh, a mob of 5 stage 2s. So a mob basically is equal to the amount of miniatures, models that you have in your posse, and they appear by the vehicle. These guys, although the models have guns, they're actually statted as having hand-to-hand. They're quite formidable though. So 5 of those. Let's put 5 activation tokens into the bag. I already made my first error of the game by saying 5 activation tokens. A mob counts as 1 unit, so that's they get 1 activation token in the bag, and they count as a unit, although they hit hard. They also have a range of 2 and Gorgasm, which means it's a +4 on the injury chart, so we really don't want to get hit by these. Unfortunately, I did put the good guys, the effective guys here, and I put the other guys at the back. How are we to know that the zombies were going to come from behind? Yeah, just like in the movies or the films, if you speak English. Right, that's the blue one, that's us, that's the good guys. Right, so let's start with, let's see, how many actions have the baddies got? Action, they got 2 actions, so they could easily move up and take us. So I think we're going to have Moji, the leader. Zzz. Turning around doesn't take an action. So Moji is going to is he going to use any mad cards? What's that oil slick do? Right, let me just check the range. Right, 3 inches. So if I use oil slick, they cannot reach us because their range, their move range will be reduced to 2 inches. But that doesn't really help us because they can reach 2 inches as well. So let's not use that. Let's just attack. Let's use Moji. Moji, the leader. He's got 3 actions. He's got an Uzi. He's got a free action with a move. He's got 2 attacks per action. So that means he could move back and fire. Range 8. Right, he's going to move back. Of course, we pre-measure because I don't believe in using real-world skills. Just going to move back a little bit and shoot. So that's need the chart. So his power is 3 versus stage 2 armor 4. Power 3, armor 4. Power 3, armor 4. 8 up. That's not very good, is it? Okay, that's 1 hit. That is 1 hit right there. That's a 10. Gonna roll again to see what happens. Spooked. Spooked. Has he got any special things? Nope. Right, then he's just the zombies are spooked. So I didn't take the plastic off these yet. These this should be clear, I think. But anyway, I'm using these awesome Dark Ops tokens, so they are spooked. I'll put that next to the gentlemen or ladies. Right, that was his first action. Second action, he's going to shoot again. Okay, that's not an 8 up, so that's a miss. And third action is going to shoot again. 8 up, that's a miss again. How embarrassing. Let's see what's in the bag. Okay, luckily it's a blue token. That's a blue helmet. Blue helmet, sir. Right, I should probably send in the Gimp, or Crumb as he likes to be called, because he's very good at swordsmanship. However, no, it's a risk. If I move this guy and then use the oil slick, they might not reach us. Anyway, I'm going to start moving these guys out of the way. He's going to move back, and then so that is what's his name? His name is Krew. He's got 2 actions and he's got 2 attacks per action. So first action to move, second action to attack. Again, that is power 3. So that's 8 up, basically 8 up. Come on, 8 up, come on! Yes, 2 hits, and see what happens. Right, double six is crippled. Right, I'm going to use this awesome crippled token. They are crippled, and it's a mob, so that affects all of them. So the thing about mobs is, yeah, if you cripple them, it does all of them, but they get like 5 hits, you know, or there's 5 of them, so it's 5 hits, 5 shots, which is really formidable. Right, that was pretty good. Well done, Crichton. Crichton's smoking some weed there. Right, next we've got, I guess it'll be Handy J, who in this game is called the Slugger, and he's exactly the same. He's armed the same, so that's an 8 up with 2 shots. Okay, I've got a 9 there, so I'm going to roll that again to see what happens. That's a 10. Right, 1 dead. Pew. That'd be the nearest one by default. So let's take that off the board. Great. Well done. Well done, that man. Well done, that man. Right. So I'm just going to mark down on my sheet the kill ratio. So stage 2 killed. So 1 times stage 2. Because I need to know how many of those I kill, because we get CPs for it. Right, next. Let's see. Pull one out of the bag. Okay, luckily it's a blue one. It's a blue helmet. Blue helmet. Okay, I'm gonna do this guy, move him back, and he's gonna shoot. They're all like moving back, going da 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 da, with their Uzis, and or more like with the Uzis. And he is Silent One with the dustbin lid on his head. Silent One. Right. Exactly the same. Basically, 1, 2, 3. These guys are all armed and armoured the same. Just the leader and the hand-to-hand guy are armed differently. So that's a miss. There you go. That's a miss. Right. That was not so good. Right, it's them now. Yeah, the old red marker, the old red helmets. Oh shit! Right, okay. So they're spooked, so they spend their first action getting rid of that, which means they're like, they received some spray fire and they're like ba 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 and knocked down or whatever, and then they're getting up and continuing to walk towards us, right? Okay, so that was their first action. The second action is to move towards us, but they're crippled, so that means their move is 3. So that brings them to about there. Which is just within the 2-inch attack range for that guy. However, that was their last action to move around there. So we did a pretty good job. Now I think it's time to get Crumb hacking away with his dual wielding vicious blades. It's going to twirl them like pom-poms, as you would. Right, first action, he's not within range, so he has to move up. And he's going to twirl his vicious blades like pom-poms. So this guy, Crumb, his power is 5, and he's got Ripper, which is +2 on the injury chart, and he's dual wielding, so he gets 2 attacks per action. So first action to move, and then he gets 2 attacks for his second action. So power 5 versus armor 4 means 6+. He needs a 6 up with these 2 dice. Can he do it? Can he do it? Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes, he's got a 9 and a 10. Wow, he's on fire. He's literally on fire. Okay, now. Well, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good at all. But he gets a +2 on the injury chart, so that means it's a 6 and a 3. Yeah, I nearly forgot that. So a 6 is crippled. They're already crippled. And a 3 is spooked. So just add a spooked to that. So spooked might not seem like much, but it takes an action away from them, which is basically quite a powerful attack we've just removed from their arsenal. Yes, I said arsenal. Right. Okay, that's it. End of turn 1. Now, turn 2. The chips go back in the bag. The chips go back in the bag. Shaking the bag, pull one out blindly. It's a blue. That's us. That's great. I'm going to start with Crumb because he is in hand-to-hand combat. I'd like to get that resolved quite quickly. He needs a 6 up with his first action. No, how embarrassing. That never normally happens. And second action, 6 up. Come on, Crumb. Okay, he's got a 9. And let's see what happens. Okay, that's a 3, so they're spooked, but they're already spooked, so that does nothing. No, that goes up to 5 because of, yeah, it was a special thing. That means crippled, but they're already crippled. Whoop-de-doo. Right, next. Who's this? Anyone good? It's a blue! What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? Right, now, let's have what's his name? Moji. He's got 3 actions. He needs an 8 up, so first action. Miss. Second action. 1 hit. Okay, dead. That'll be the nearest one. Boom. That's great. So I've got another stage 2. Mark that on the thing. That's great. That's all CPs. And then third action. Hey. How embarrassing. That never normally happens. What do you do? Right, next. Moji. Right. Oh, it's the bad guys. Right, they are crippled. And they're spooked. First action to get rid of spooked. So, as you see, spooked is quite a good thing. And second action to move. Oh, no. He's within 2 inches. he can attack. Second action to attack Crumb. Second action to attack Crumb, because the AI of the bad people in this dungeon crawl thing basically try and attack. If they can't attack, they'll move towards the nearest enemy. So right, so they're going to attack, and they have only power 2. Only power 2. But cannibal, so cannibal means, oh, cannibal's within 1 inch though, so we can't do that. Right, he can reach with his hands, but he can't reach with his mouth. So that's fine, that's good. So only power 2 versus armor 4. Power 2, armor 4 is a 9 up. 9 up. Right, it's a 9 up. And there's only 1 within range, so 9 up. No, okay. Quite lucky there. It does get really quite scary when they keep moving up and you get surrounded, because then they're rolling loads of dice, and you can get very easily overwhelmed. Right, as I have done when I was playing it on Tabletop Simulator. Right, now it's us. Right, so it'll be one of these guys, I guess it will be. It'll be the joint smoking Crichton. Joint smoking Crichton. Not sure what kind of weed they smoke in the Wasteland. Probably not what I used to be used to. Anyway, so he's got 2 actions, 2 dice per action, 8 up. Nope. Second action, 8 up. Nothing. Awesome. Not. Right, we'll still. Right. Next. Of course, it's us, and it'll be Slugger. Again, 8 up, 2 actions. Right, that's a 1 hit, and that's an 8. An 8 is crippled. So that means they're all still crippled, and right. Next, it'll be the last guy, which I believe is Silent One. Silent One, come on. Nope. Silent One, second action. Nope. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Right. Go up to turn 3 now. Turn 3. Put these back into the sack. Yakety sacks. Shake it up. Take out the counter. It's a blue helmet. Blue helmet, sir. Right. We're going to start with Moji. We're going to try and whittle them down before we go into hand to hand. Right. Moji. 3 actions. 8 up. First action. Nope. Second action. 1 hit. Spooked. Third action. 1 hit. Still spooked. Right. Next. Okay, who's that? That'll be. Okay, let's get Crichton. Crichton with his thing. Anyway, Crichton. 8 up. Come on, Crichton. Oh, second action. 1 hit. Okay, that's a 9. That's a 9. That is a 9. That is a 9. Seriously injured. Seriously injured. Whoop, 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 whoop. Right, seriously injured goes down. Right, let's move that out of the way. Put him down. There we go. He's down. If you can imagine, if it's a zombie, he's been not decapitated and dead, but obviously his legs are blown to bits, and yeah, he's not really a serious threat because he can come crawling up to us and just, obviously, like in The Walking Dead, just stamp on his head. Right, anyway. Next, this will be Handy J or Slugger. Okay, one hit. Dead! Yes! Right, so let's write down that one. That's another stage 2, bites the dust. Second action, that's pretty good for his first action, nothing. Right, and then it's a blue helmet, there'll be a silent one, come on. Right, that's a hit. Well done, silent one. Let's see what happens. Oh, spooked. It's a red helmet. Right, that guy's seriously injured. This guy can move up. He's got move 3 though, so he can move up to here. Oh, and that was his first action was to get rid of that. Second action to move up. Okay. And I've got, it's a blue helmet, I tell you. Right, now we're going to go into hand to hand, and we need 6 ups. Okay, that's 2 6-ups, so that's 2 hits, and right, 2 dead, 1, 2, because he's got Gorgasm, which, although it's quite a high roll anyway, yes, so we have successfully annihilated 5 stage 2s. Whew, and that was just the beginning. Right. Okay. So what happens now is the blue chits go back into the bag, and then because we were out of combat, so effectively we're out of initiative, we can come and go as we please. So we're going to go up and investigate one of these other buildings. So let's go for the nearest one, which is Irregular Joe's Cafe, as it says on here very nicely. And again, we're going to have Crumb up the front, and then Moji, and then the minions bringing up the rear, and OMFG, they can all stand on the stairs. Actually, let's have one over here. They can literally all stand on the stairs, which is amazing. Don't usually get that in terrain. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is take the roof off and open the door. Dun dun dun, the door is open. You kick the door open. And then we roll 2d10 on the chart. Right, that's a 16, that's a very high roll. What do we get? Usually high rolls are better. Stage 2, so that's 1 stage 2. Charge, plus we get a Glock. So basically, the stage 2, it's a charge, so he's in there. As soon as we open the door, it comes barreling towards the front guy. I will pick up the camera because I can do this now. I have a decent camera, and you can have a look over here. So as you can see, the zombie comes barreling towards the front guy, the nearest to the door, and spends 1 action. Yeah, so it gets a free action basically. And then once we've, let me see, where are we? Once we've done, once we've cleared that room out, we can then pick up the item, which I will write down optimistically right now, which was a Glock, which we can sell between missions, or we can use it after, we can equip it after the mission or whatever. Right, so that gets a free action. Obviously that's going to be to attack. Crumb. It's going to attack Crumb, and his power is 2. Crumb's armor is 4, so power 2, armor 4, 9 up. Get a free action 9 up. Okay, nothing happens. That's fine, that's fine. If he did hit, then it would be bad news because he's got Gorgasm. So very low chance of hitting because he's quite slow. But once he grabs hold of you and sinks his like claws, like supernaturally strong fingers all up in you, then right, anyway, I'm gonna put that goes into the bag. Dun, dun, dun. And we're in initiative. Right, so we are in initiative, and we're going to pull out a thing from the bag, a chit. Right, it's a blue helmet, it's a blue helmet. Right, let's put this back to turn 1. Right, blue helmet. So, we've got a guy up the front. He's very effective. Crumb, basically. So, let me just throw caution to the wind and start picking up my camera. My new camera. This is so clear. So much better than it was before. So, as you can see, get some focus on there. Get focus. There we are. Right. Guy at the front with the chainsaw is Crumb. He's a hand-to-hand expert and he's dual wielding. So anyway, let's put this back. Right, try and get it into the right position. There we go. That was pretty much like that. Right. Anyway, so he gets 2 actions per, or 2 attacks per action. And he's got 2 actions, so he needs a 6 up. Right, that's 1 hit, and that's an 8. An 8, I believe, is serious injury, which means he's effectively out for the count. And we can just stamp on his noggin and put him out of the game, which means we get the Glock. We can search the room, get the Glock, and then that's awesome. Right, now we're out of combat, out of initiative. Right, now we're going to check out the Robo Room again. Let's have Crumb up the front, backed up by Moji, and then covered by the minions. Yeah. Okay, we'll see how that goes, and we'll take the roof off that. There's currently, apologies for the unpainted terrain. I literally finished putting it together like last weekend or something, and I've got so many things to paint. I am really looking forward to painting it though, because it's going to look so awesome. So as you can see, inside the Robo Room, it's pretty bare at the moment. I plan to put a couple of things in there on the walls and stuff like that, like I have with this one. I've added some bits and pieces. Anyway, let's bring that closer. Bring that closer because I can. There you go. Right, so we've got a decent view of what's going on. God, I love this camera. It's so cool. Best purchase I've made recently. So we're going to kick the door in. Unfortunately, this door is basically one piece with the walls, but that's really doesn't make any odds for the game, so it's just aesthetic. Right, so what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to roll on the encounter chart to see what happens. I should know this. Right, you can't see the roll, but it's a 6 and a 7, which is a 13, which means it's a stage 1 mob awoken. Right, stage 1s are much more recognisable as humans, so they're not like all mutated and diseased and stuff like that, although they're pretty scary looking. Yeah, they only get one action, but they're once you get in close combat with them, then it's very difficult to get out, and they get obviously 5 hits. So they're awoken, so they appear by the vehicle. Now we're not near the vehicle, they appear on this side of the vehicle. They're like, what's going on? I heard a noise, kind of thing, and they come to investigate from outside of the settlement. Right, so they've appeared. We're over here still, so we can, because obviously they're zombies, we've got a range of 8 inches. We could probably investigate the tower, but we are now in initiative, so we have to move. The sensible thing to do would be to take them out before we investigate any further. Yes, that would be the sensible thing to do. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Yes. Right. So let's take them out. Okay. Initiative. Did I put a token in there? Let me just check. Did I? Yes, I did. I put a token in there. Right. Let's see who goes first. Let's pull out a chit. A chitty bang bang. Yes, I went there. Right, here we go. We've still got all our mad cards, so I'm not too worried. Plus they're only stage 1s, and we are at range, so they can't really affect us yet. Right, it's us. Anyway, it's a blue chit. Our range is 8 inches. So let's do it. Right. So this guy here, Slugger, he's within 8 inches, so he's just going to spend his 2 actions shooting. He hears a noise behind him, he turns around, there are some zombies, and the first thing you do, of course, is you start firing. So here we go. Right, he needed an 8 up and he rolled double 1s. Obviously he's panicked and he's firing, spraying bullets all around the air and in the ground and possibly at the car. Right, again he misses. Slugger, you're fired. I will ask security to escort you off the premises. Next. Oh, it's a red helmet, it's a red helmet. Right, obviously they can move 5. Their range is 2. They can move 5 up to there and not hit. So their second action will be to move into base-to-base contact, which is very scary because this is where they shine. They're very easy to pick off when they're at range because, you know, they got 1 action and they get spooked and then they can't move and all that. But if they get initiative, they pull out like a red helmet, pull out the red helmet, and then they run up. We're going to get overwhelmed, possibly. We certainly can't, because there's 5 of them, and they have this special rule called grabby, which I made up for the zombie effect. Basically the special rule means for every zombie within 1 inch of that model, that hero, I guess they're heroes, that hero must spend an action per zombie to wriggle free, basically. So there's 5 of them. Basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4 next to him. He would need 4 actions to escape. Obviously he doesn't have 4 actions, so he cannot escape. Yeah. And then this guy, he's got the nearest 2. He's got 2 near him, so he spends 2 actions to escape. So he does have 2 actions. He can escape, but that's all he can do. It gives you that like kind of getting overwhelmed kind of feeling, which is exactly how I'm feeling right now. I'm actually a little bit scared. Right, okay, next. There we go. Blue helmet, blue helmet. What we need to do is we need to thin them down significantly so we can escape or wipe them out in their entirety. So Slugger has already been. This one has to be Moji because he's got 3 actions. He does need 8 up though. 8 up. But let me just check because these are different. Yeah. Oh, armor 1. So armor 1. Armor 1. Power 3. Power 3. Armor. Okay, 5 up. That's not too bad. The stage 2s had armor 4. These have armor 1. So they're 5 up. That's a lot more doable. Right. There we go. Okay, 2 hits. There we go. Right, a 6 and a 4. So a 6 is crippled. Right, and obviously a 4 is a spook. Spooked and crippled. Right, let's use these awesome tokens. Right, spooked, crippled. Normally I put the tokens on the cards, but I don't have any cards for this mission because I didn't make them yet. I'm still kind of playtesting this, although I am enjoying it, and I might just go ahead and make cards because it's pretty cheap to make cards. Yada yada yada. Next. Oh, that was his first action anyway. Second action. Right, that's 1 hit, and that's a 7. I'm knocking stuff on the floor. It's a 7. Okay, crippled again, and then third action. 1 hit, and that's a spooked again, no problem. The good thing about spooked is because these have 1 action, so their whole action is going to be to shake off the spooked. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Right, pull one out of the bag. It's going to be a blue helmet, of course. Right. So Moji's being. So it'll be obviously it'll be. I think we should probably. It doesn't really matter what order we go in. Anyway, so let's use silent one. Silent one. Right, 2 hits. Spooked. Silent one. 2 hits. Oh, 1 dead. And another spooked. Right, so that's a stage 1. Let me write that down, because these are all CPs I'm going to get. Right, next it will be Slugger's been, Silent One's been, it'll be Crichton. Right, 2 hits. Ah, spooked again. 1 hit. Spooked again. Right, nothing. Right. Do 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 do. Do do. Right. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to pull one out. So last one will be this guy. He has to move up with his hand to hand. So he's going to move around to here. Actually, to here. So he's able to. So he gets 2 action. His power is quite high. Power's quite high. Power 5. Armor 1. 3 up with 2 dice. 3 up with 2 dice. Right, that's a 1 hit. How embarrassing! And that's a 5. He gets +2 on injury chart, so that's a 7. 7 is crippled, and they're already crippled. Right, no problem. Right, turn 2. Put the chips back in the sack. Chit in the sack, I tell ya. Shake it up, shake it up. Pull one out. Pull it out. It's a blue. Blue. Right. Right, this time we're going to start with the hand-to-hand guy. What was it? 3 up he needed. 3 up. Right, 2 hits. Whoa. Okay. Still crippled. Second action, 3 up. Yeah. 2 hits and buggeroo. Yeah, actually I forgot he had anyway, too late, my fault. Next. Right, this will be Moji. He's got 3 actions. He needs 5 up, so 2 hits. Nope. Second action, 2 hits. Nope. Third action, nope. 2 misses. Right, how embarrassing. Right, it's a red helmet. They're spooked. They remove the spooked. That's all they can do. Spooked is our friend. Next. Let's do Crichton. Crichton. You need 5 up, 2 hits. Crichton, 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 Crichton. Well, they're spooked again at least. Second action. Yeah. 9. Okay. One is that a serious injury? Is it 9? Serious injured, which means he's knocked down. Right. Silent one. Awesome. Right. Well, they're still spooked. Second action. 1 hit. Nothing. And then last one. 2 misses. 2 hits. An 8. An 8 up. It's a seriously injured. Woo! Great. Great, 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 great. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Right. Chit's back in the bag. Turn 3. I still haven't used any mad cards. Could have used that oil stick earlier to make them. Anyway, too late. I could have used a galactic bombardment, but my car was there. I didn't want to get this car scratched. Right, blue helmet to the start with Crumb. He needs 3 up, 2 actions, 3 up. Oh no, he needs to move. So first action to move. Second action, 3 up, 1 hit. Gorgasm. Okay, it's a 9, 1 down. Well done. So we've left with 1. There's 1 left. Great. Not too bad. And he's spooked and crippled. Right. Let's have Moji. So 5 up Moji. 1 hit. 7. It's crippled still. Second action. 2 hits. 7. It's crippled still. Third action. 1 hit. Dead! Dead! That's awesome. And then the others get their things all smashed in, and then right, we're all good. They're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Right, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now we've done the robo room. We've done this one. We're going to do the tower. Right. This will involve changing the camera angle a little bit. Bear with me a second, because it is comfortably huge. Right, there we go. So the chits go back in the bag. I remove the red chit. Remove the red chit, and we get set up. We get set up. At the top, the door is here, so they're going to work their way up. Do, 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 do. and the door is here. So actually, of course, what am I doing? What am I doing? The door is actually, alright, let's say the door's here. The door is here actually. Of course we have Krew up the front. As you can see, there's plenty of room to put your miniatures, and then Moji with his 3 actions, and then the others behind. 1, 2, 3. Obviously it's not massive up here. It's like, as you can imagine, a walkway would be enough room for like a few people, and then the others have to go around the corner. So there you go. Roll on the encounter chart, 2d10. Right, and that is an 8. Stage 2 mob ambush. Right, so that means stage 2s, a group of 5 stage 2s like we had before, are ambushing us, which means they come up behind us. Yeah, so that means our weak characters are vulnerable. Luckily it's quite a narrow walkway, so we can't fit, they can't like engulf, surround the guy, so it's got that going for him, but we do have to take him out one at a time. So I'll just give you a quick close-up of what's going on. Yeah, there we go. There they are. They're like in single file, and then we've got Silent One with the dustbin lid on his head, who is one of our weak characters at the back of the line, because how are we supposed to know? Yeah, right. Okay. And there's no treasure in there or anything like that, because we rolled quite a low number. Anyway, I'll put the camera on the dice because there's not too much going on up there. There we go. Camera on the dice. So let's put, because there's a mob, we put one in the bag, pull one out. Okay, blue. Right, Krew is right at the front. He can't physically get round to the back. There's too much going on. We really do want to take out the front guy. Moji doesn't have line of sight, so we're going to have to use Silent One. Silent One needs, I believe, let me just check, so armor 4, power 3, 8 up, wow, 8 up, and we better hope we get it. No, second action, 8 up, come on. Yes, that's a hit. At least they're going to be spooked. Right, that's a 5, they get spooked, yeah. So let's put a spooked token up there, or here, so yeah. Anyway, right, see what happens next. Okay, it's us again. Right, who's got line of sight? That will be, that'll be Krew. Come on, Krew, you need 8 up. No. Second action. Okay, 1 hit. No, they are still spooked. Okay, next. We're not doing very well. We might have done the wrong thing in pushing our luck a bit. Right, it's the red helmets. It's the red helmet. So thank the lords, they are spooked. So they spend their first action being spooked. Get rid of that. Second action, there are 2 within range of Krew. Krew has armor 3. They have power 2 on 3. They need 8 up, just the same as we do. And there's 2 within range, so 8 up. Yes, that's 1 hit. Okay, so Crichton gets spooked. Right, I'll put that on. I'm going to put that on the roster sheet, so I know. Here he is. Right, Crichton is spooked. He's already activated, so it's not a big deal. Next. Right, that will be the next guy who can see, which is Slugger. Again, he needs 8 up. No, second action, 8 up. No. Oh dear. Right, we might have to start using these cards. Yeah, we're going to do that. So next is Moji. Moji has 3 actions. His first action is to use Eldritch Madness. Right. You may forego 1 activation this turn to activate an enemy figure or combat unit as if it was your own. Right. This figure may not be activated again in the same turn. So these guys have already activated. Does that mean I can't activate them again? But I mean, it's as if it was my own turn. So I'm going to activate them anyway. I'm going to spend a mad card, yeah, to activate them, and they're going to shuffle away. Yeah, they're going to shuffle away. So there's 1 activation, which means 2 actions, which means 2 moves, which means they're gonna walk to here. Let's get me tape measure out. It's a 10-inch move, including that. So yeah, they get to the bottom of the ladder basically. So I guess he's just gonna go and fall down and get back up and move over there. And that'll be the same for all of them. Yeah. So that buys us a little breathing room. Breathing space. There we go. They're all at the bottom of the ladder. Then, right, I just want to check about Kaboom. So is Kaboom going to affect us? Kaboom is 5 inches of target. Right, that should be okay. Mind you, it is galactic bombardment, so it is from the sky, and that's going to affect all of us. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Hard boiled. Yeah, okay, alright, whatever. Next. Right, that's us. Oh no, that was Moji's first action, sorry. Second action and third action. Well, second action is going to move around here to the... Oh, I forgot this guy. He should be down the bottom with his buddies. Or probably at the top of the ladder, actually, to be honest. And Moji's going to move round to here. Second action. Third action, he's going to shoot. He needs 8 up. He gets 1. So at least they're spooked. Oh, he's dead. Bam! Bam! Right. So that's another stage 2. Bites the dust. Great. Okay. Now. So they're all done. We're all done. Right. Next. Chips back in the bag. It's us. Okay. We really want Crumb up the front, really. So Crumb, you're going to spend both your actions to move to here. Pretty pointlessly, but there you go. Moji, if you move here, first action, second action shoot, third action shoot, 8 ups. Nope. Third action shoot, 8 up. Nope. Crap. Right. Okay. First action. Let's move here. Second action, we can move here. He can see, and I've got a plan involving a mad card. Right, third action. That'll be Crichton. Crichton's spooked. He removes his spooked. And then he moves to here. He hasn't got a line of sight, but that doesn't matter. And next. Yeah. And he moves to the first action. He hasn't got a line of sight. Oh, maybe, actually, sorry. He's going to move here and shoot down. So first action move, second action shoot down. 8 ups, 1 hit. Spooked. Okay, they're spooked. At least that's something. And last one, they're going to go, but I'm going to use hardware oil slick, which means they move half normal speed rounded down until the end of this turn, so they can't get up the ladder because they haven't got enough move. Basically, I've oiled the ladder, so they're like trying to climb up the ladder and they can't. For this turn, right, back to the top, back in the bag, back in the bag. Right, next. It's us. So Moji is going to go. He's got 3 actions. He needs 8 up. Right, 1 hit. Okay, they're still spooked. Second action. How embarrassing. Third action. 1 hit. That's an 8. 8. He's seriously injured. Right. So this guy. Pam. He's seriously injured. Yeah. Right. Actually, let's put him down there. Right. That was Moji. Excellent. Next. Right. He's got line of sight. Silent one's got line of sight. 8 up. Nope. Nope. Oh. Third action. It's them, it's them. Okay. First action is to remove spooked. Second action is to move up to the ladder. Yeah, crowd around the bottom ladder. And then obviously next turn they're going to climb up and start clawing away. Okay. I think the Crumb is going to slide down and start chewing away. So obviously, let's put him there. He's going to start hacking away. With his second action, he needs 5 up. Okay, that's more like it. And he gets a +2 on the injury chart, so that's serious. That's a serious injury and a fatality. Awesome, well done, Crumb. Right, serious injury, fatality. Right, 1 seriously injured, 1 fatality off the board. Well done, Crumb. Right, that was good. Right, now we got a bit more space, so 5 inches brings him actually nowhere near enough to give him line of sight. Okay, fair enough. Can't have everything, can we? Actually, what we can do is use alien abduction to remove the last guy off the board for the minute. Put Crumb at the bottom of the ladder, and then Crichton can do his 10-inch move and puts him there, so that gives him line of sight, and then we're all sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's great. And last one, he doesn't have enough move to get down the bottom, so he can see anyway from there, so that's great. We're good. Right, back to the top. Put the chips back in the bag. The chips where they lay. Chips, chips, chips. Right, he returns having been probed. Yeah, it's going to appear on Oprah Winfrey show. Anyway, there we go. It's us. I suggest we have Crumb go first with his 5 up, pom-pom twirling swords. Right, that's 1 hit. That's a 9 because he gets Gorgasm and he's dead. Woo! Right, it's another 3 for the tally. Right, and that is it. We have cleared this settlement of the zombie plague. Right, I'll be back in a second. Well, that was a lot of fun. Right, now we're going to do the settlement phase, as it's called in some other games. Basically, we go back to our settlement and we go to the Lunar Coalition headquarters, or the local outpost, and we bring them the heads of these guys that we cleaned up. Yeah, we cleared out this settlement of zombies, and we bring back the heads to prove that we've done it. And basically we got 10 stage 2 heads. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stage 2 heads. So stage 2 heads are worth 2. So that's 22 CPs. We have 5 stage 1 heads, and stage 1s are worth... Oh no, sorry, what am I on about? So stage 2 craniums are 1 CP each. Sorry, so that's 11 CPs for stage 2. So 11 craniums, 11 CPs, and stage 1 craniums are worth 2 CPs for every 5 craniums. So we get 2 CPs, which equals 13 CPs. That's not really much considering the risk we took. We did find a Glock. A Glock is worth 14 CPs. However, we don't get list price. Yeah, market fluctuates. So what we have to do is let me just find the correct information between missions. Right, D10 times 10% of the market value. So I rolled a 5, that's 50%, so we get 7 CPs. See, 14, 50% of 14 is 7, so that brings us the total up to 20 CPs for this mission. Right, plus I also have a couple of other things which I haven't sold from previous missions. Anyway, I'll do that in just a second. Right, so from previous missions I had 2 sets of junk plate. Basically I found some decent armor, I bought some decent armor, and I unequipped the 2 lots of junk plate. So that means that's 20 CPs of stuff, but of course we don't get list price, we get market value. So let's see, 40% of 20 is 8 CPs. So if I rolled really low, that would, like if I rolled a 1, that's 10%. I'd obviously say no thanks, and then try again after the next mission and roll again, because markets fluctuate, yeah. So anyway, that's 8, so I've got 28 CPs total. Might be enough to buy something. Let me just have a look at the shopping list. The market prices, not the market prices, the list prices, because we pay list price, we get market price. That's the way it goes, I'm afraid. So 28, what can I buy? I need some combat armor. Armor 4. Yeah, I'll get some combat armor and stick it on one of the minions. Combat armor, we'll stick that on the top minion, which is Slugger. We'll give Slugger some combat armor. How about that? Or I could save that money, save those CPs for something a little bit more destructive. Shot fun, power 5, that's quite good. Oh, I don't know. Let's just sit on that for the minute. We'll sit on that for the minute, because you know they got ranged, and if we're lucky, they'll stay at range. And you know, with the mad cards, we might be able to just deal with that. Anyway, I enjoyed that. I'm pretty impressed with the new camera. Just one more pan around the table. Look at that terrain. That's freaking awesome. Sorry about the mess. It's kind of a spontaneous game kind of thing, but yeah, awesome, awesome. These tokens are cool as well. Look at those. Wow, wow. Right, yeah, that's it. I'm going. There we go. I'm looking at you. Right, I'm gonna go. Please like, subscribe, comment as always. Make your own videos, please, especially if you play Wasteman, or you paint any Wasteman, or anything Wasteman, or anything. Yeah, I recommend doing it. So it's a reason to get out of bed in the morning. Anyway, bye.